How are you all doing?
Doing great. Beautiful shirt. What do you got?
I got the Botafogo team shirt on, so showing my support.
I'm not supporter of Botafogo.
See.
Yes, just because Pantoja supports Flamengo? Or
That's definitely part of it, but yeah, Botafogo invited me to the stadium and that sort of thing as well, so yeah, just showing support back.
And speaking of shirts and jerseys, yesterday UFC released photos of the face-off you did with Pantoja, and your blue shirt was a topic on social media with vibes like it was looking like, and if Pantoja talked about it, you were looking like a random tourist. So, like your thoughts on your outfit decision to choose in before and now Botafogo as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fashion contest, so I'm just here wearing what I think is comfortable, and yeah, I am a tourist, right? So I'm over here doing my part to enjoy the scenery as well as come here and fight some guy. And yeah, I came out here and I needed something else to wear today, and yeah, because Botafogo has been good to me, I want to share my support for them.
Yeah. And speaking of your staying, you're here now for 2 weeks already, I believe. And how's the city treating you so far? I see you going to summers and all that.
Yeah, no, it's honestly been amazing. I wasn't sure what to expect. I know, obviously, there's going to be a big support for Pantoja, so I thought maybe that people would be not very receptive to me, but everybody's been amazing. I've been out on the beach playing volleyball and beach tennis with the locals and stuff like that. We got to go to a samba, and yeah, it's been a great experience so far.
And speaking about the fight, it was a surprise when the UFC announced it. People were expecting this matchup to headline UFC Rio. They were talking about Royval or Moreno or Mokaev. How do you expect to use this position, to use this opportunity to build your name, like headlining a pay-per-view in Rio, it's enemy territory, coming here and supporting the party and beating a champion?
Yeah, I mean, I know that I wasn't on the top of everybody's mind when it came to a title shot, but just the way the division was, Pantoja's already beaten a lot of the challengers, and people are injured, and the only other guy that really was in line for the shot was Mokaev, and I was on the same card as him. I had a more exciting fight than he did, and the UFC decided to give me the shot. And I mean, I'm here to be the best guy in the world, so whether I'm an underdog, whether I'm the favorite, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to fight another dude in a cage, and whoever's best is going to come out on top.
Do you see this fight as a first of two, like the UFC is definitely going to give him a rematch, or don't you think that the UFC is going to stick to that, knowing that he's not, he's not a champion for forever. He just got a belt. So do you expect him to have to beat him twice to be the UFC champion?
No, I expect to just beat him the once and then, go to Perth and fight somebody else for the rematch. But if what they want to do, if the UFC decide to go in the direction of a rematch, I mean, I'm open for it. I just prove I'm the toughest again. But I think the fans as well have sort of had enough of rematches in the flyweight division.
Yeah. And how do you see this one going down Saturday?
I think I'm going to hold range. I'm going to walk him into space. I'm going to hit him from angles and that sort of thing. And I know he's a real tough guy, so at some point it's going to get sloppy. It's going to get scrappy, and I'm keen to prove that I'm not just a technical guy. I'm also a tough guy.
Mm-hmm. Just a final one for me. This card has Jose Aldo coming back from retirement to fight his last fight and go back to retirement, at least in MMA, going back to boxing. I'd like to ask you, what's your favorite memory of Jose Aldo? Maybe a fight or maybe something that he did.
Yeah, he got a lot of great moments. He's one of my all-time favorite fighters, and honestly, the knee knockout against Chad Mendes, I just watched it again, and that's probably one of my favorite moments. He finishes Chad Mendes and then runs into the Brazilian crowd, and that stands out, I think, amongst all of his moments for me.
Steve over here. Right here, bro.
Yep.
Talk to me about the confidence going into this fight, because I know yourself and your team fully confident behind you, but there's something to be said about guys that go in there and sort of have nothing to lose, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that weren't expecting you to get a title shot this early. So how confident are you going into this, knowing that, hey, I can go in there and give it my all and not have as much pressure on me as, say, a guy that was ranked 1 or 2 going into this?
So honestly, I believe there's just as much pressure on me as there is on Pantoja. I know that, yeah, technically he's the champ and he's the favourite and all that sort of stuff, but I've been working for this dream my whole life, and this is, this is the culmination of all my hard work. So to lose here would be like devastating for me. So I've got plenty of pressure on my shoulders, and I'm confident in all the work I've done over the years. I've trained very hard for a very long time. I've missed holidays, I've missed birthdays, I've missed all sorts of different things to make this dream a reality, and that's what I'm going to go out there and do.
And how's the support been back home in Australia? I know there's going to be some watch parties going on. I know some fighters have reached out to you. Just speak on that as well.
Yeah, Australia has been great, and New Zealanders. It's just, I feel like they've all come together, and I've got, as you said, plenty of messages, and my loved one, like everybody's been coming out and saying they believe in me and they're proud of me and all that sort of stuff, and that means a lot. Like, as much as I do this for myself, I do this for the people around me as well, so I can't wait to show my family, my friends, and my country what I'm made of.
And not only support back home, but the internet's kind of like taken to you as well, right? There's jokes that you're secretly a YouTuber named Bedtime MMA. There's jokes that you could be the son of Steve Carell. What do you think of all the inside jokes and the support of the internet? This just seemed to flood to you towards this fight.
Yeah, I love it. I think I like taking, so in Australia we call it taking the piss. So we take out of the piss of each other constantly, and it's just part of our culture. And I love the fact that I can have jokes at my own expense. I definitely roll with it, and I like that people like it as well.
Thank you, brother. And new.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
Good, yourself?
Last year, Brandon Moreno defeat Davison Figueiredo here in Rio. Are you expecting the same outcome? Because all the fans went crazy, on the Moreno.
I definitely expect the same. Go out there, get a finish would be amazing, and then, I expect bottles to be thrown at me as I leave the arena. But I think that's part of the authentic Brazilian experience.
Yeah, and Alexander Volkanovski gives you some advice about fighting in enemy territory. What else did he advise you about fighting on a main event championship fight?
Yeah, it was mostly just about believing myself and in my skills. Obviously, he's shown great belief in himself over the years, even when people counted him out. And I think the biggest advice he gave was to believe in yourself. Obviously, people are going to say whatever they want to say, but as long as I believe in what I can do, I can make it a reality.
Thank you.
Steve, just over here.
Yep.
Appreciate you making some time. I guess my first question was kind of oriented to the fact that you'll be fighting for a title 11 months into your UFC tenure, and I understand Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir got you into the sport, and Lesnar had a similarly succinct kind of arc to the title. Do you think of things in that kind of context? What are your thoughts on just me laying that out in that kind of sense?
Yeah, somebody brought that to my attention the other day. I guess it's funny how life works, right? I never set out to do things the way Brock Lesnar did it or anything like that. It just, the way things just sort of happened for me. So I'm excited to put my name in the history books as one of the fastest roads to the title, and then put on a good reign.
And I understand your dad theorized before the fight that you would get the title shot and everything. And I'd seen from a prior interview that you saw this, UFC opportunity coming within 4 fights. Is there a certain clairvoyance in the Erceg household, or is it just more confidence in the abilities and all?
I don't think you should tell my dad that he got some clairvoyance. It'll go to his head. So we'll just say, confidence in the skills.
And it also seemed like your dad, I guess just last for me, your dad played just a big role in getting you into martial arts in general. And I saw on the Countdown show, he was talking about how you guys threw down in the backyard a little bit and whatnot. How important has he been in the overall MMA arc for you?
Yeah, no, he's been pivotal in my MMA arc. He's not only did he create the man I am today, but he's taken classes for, he's my coach now, at the gym, and he's done a lot to make sure I can be in the position I'm in today, and we have a great relationship, and I'm thankful to have him.
Thank you for the insight, Steve.
No worries. One more, yeah.
Oi, Steve. Prazer. Mirelle. Você é o 10º do ranking. Você acha que talvez em função disso as pessoas estejam te desconsiderando?
You're 10th in the rankings. Do you think that because of that, people are be overlooking you?
I think for sure people are going to overlook me. It's not surprising. I don't blame them for it. I think the only two people that matter in there is me and Pantoja, and it sounds like Pantoja's taking me very seriously. And if it turns out that he's not, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to go out there and I'm going to punch him in the face, and he's going to try to punch me. So, yeah.
Eu acho que as pessoas estão me desconsiderando um pouco, mas isso não tem importância. Quem importa mesmo sou eu e o Pantoja lá dentro. Eu acho que ele está me levando bem a sério. Se ele não tiver, vai ser soco na cara do mesmo jeito.
Torcida brasileira bastante famosa, né? Enfim, por vaiar, por ter, né, aquele uhul vai morrer. Você já foi vaiado em alguma luta e como é que você lida com isso?
Brazilians are known for booing and for screaming you're gonna die and all that. Have you been booed before in a fight, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, so I have been booed in a fight before. It was one of my eternal fights against a guy called Cody Haddon, and it was in my hometown, but it was like 50-50, half of me, half for him, but his fans were very loud and very abusive, and honestly, it got me pumped up for the fight. I was very excited, and I imagine it'll be very similar this time. I'm going to go in there, have an extra energy, listen to the crowd abusing me, and then go in there and go to war.
Eu já fui vaiado uma vez lutando na minha cidade, uma das primeiras lutas, mas estava meio a meio dividido, mas a galera torcendo para ele estava mais abusiva, mais falando mais alto, e aquilo me deu mais um gás ali.
Thank you.